All right, guys, first thing you're going to need to do is jack your car up and make sure you put jack stands underneath the car. And then also you're going to need to remove your wheel. So move your front wheel, whatever side you're doing, remove that wheel and put the car on jack stands. 25 here. All right, pull this off as we go. With the hammer, see how the grooves of this, and that's how it pops out. So make sure you knock it out with a hammer the other way. All right, so here we're gonna disconnect the sensor here. Boom. All right, so remove this out. That's it. And now it's loose. So now when this piece comes out, you know this is out of the way. All right, so I'm just gonna show you how I broke this. This is a tire iron from this car, actually from the Cadillac. You know, to take the bolts off, the lugs off the tire, but it also fits here. So what I did is I put the put this lug wrench on here. It actually, you know, it actually went down to here. That's how close it was. And then I took me a pry bar, put it on the edge. Be careful not to mess up the caliper pin, this cover here. So I had it right here on the edge over here. And I pried it up just like this. So that's 13. All right, now this bottom bolt here, it gets to a point where it actually turns. So for example, I'm just gonna show you. See how the other side turns? All right, so I see here, I have my other wrench down here. And we finally at this point of getting it off. Beautiful. And there's the other wrench on the bottom here. All right, so this is nice and loose now. See this? All right, so I just shook this and it just came apart. Trying to get it away from the cable, the brake line and the sensor. So we'll see how this goes. So we pull these nuts off here. So the nuts are gone, we're good to go. And here, don't ever touch that nut because that's under tension. All right, so now it's ready to pull out. It drops right down. Just put some pressure on it. She falls right, oh, be careful. I gotta get this piece out still. But she comes right out. There we go, got her out. I just angled this at the right way and that popped right out. So we didn't have to bang anything out. Came out easily.
228-6942.
Listen, man, if you're watching this video and you're doing this, you're a do-it-yourselfer just like me. If you want to learn how you can make from $800 to $1,200 a month off a vehicle like this, drop me a comment, learn in the comments. So drop me learn in the comments. I'm with the new one right here. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's the old one, it's the new one. All right, so I was struggling just trying to make sure that these holes lined up. You know, everything lined up good. I'm just gonna push it up further. All right. So now we're just gonna make sure everything's in place. All right, so you see me getting all this lined up here. All right, so I'm just lining everything up. See, and then remember, our bolts, they go, this is faced towards the front. So we're gonna put our bolts in and get this thing held in. I mean, this thing is under a spring, so you should be able to, you know, push it back and forth. But it is, you know, you can move it, you can play. Do a little banging here. Now we're gonna get our nuts, tighten them on up. Speed sensor right here. It's gonna go squeeze the tip a little bit here, just to, you know, be able to start it out and get it in. And then from there, see, I'm pushing from the other side. That's what I did. All right, so there you go. All right, so I'm tightening the brake line up back up. All right, guys, so what we did, put our jack underneath the wheel here, the rotor, and then we went ahead and we're gonna go ahead now and slide our link in. Remember, this thing is flexible. So we can either tighten it either way, holding the wrench and using the socket to tighten it, or so once you have that high enough where it's not putting any strain on the link, the sway bar link, you go ahead and put it on, tighten it, 72 square foot-pounds, I think. And then up here, up top, you can go ahead and tighten up your bolts here. Get the right size for that. Now it'll snug down. Let me get my torque wrench out. I'm going ahead and torque it down to specs. All right, so everything looks good. Everything tightened, torque down. All right, now we're gonna put our wheel back on and go from there.